get that radio back in now fast. This is the Martin Block program. It's time for make-believe pool room, friends and neighbors. Time to pick up your cues. Time to step over the table and knock off a game of make-believe snooker.
Hi, boys and girls. It's me, and what you see here on my radio lair bench, this is an Emerson Model 587 All-American 5 broadcast band radio. Yes, it's a cute little thing. I've got the radio looking pretty good. I cleaned the cabinet up and polished it and made it look real nice. It didn't quite look like this when I got the radio. It actually looked more like that. That's a shame because that's a nice Plascon cabinet. And I was going to patch it up and maybe paint it, but it's kind of sacrilegious with a cabinet that's really just a really nice original injection molded finish. But I got this cabinet here, this black cabinet, from a friend of mine in the New Jersey Antique Radio Club, and it was in his basement, and he really very generously gave it to me. It was just wonderful. I was over his house, known the man for a long time. I've never seen his house, and gave me this lovely cabinet. Now, what we're going to do with this radio today is that I have a small problem here. And when I go to tune the radio, it's very, very hard to tune. It feels kind of stiff and hard. And I think I know why. I remember seeing this before I put it in the cabinet. But what we're going to do is basically, I think what we have is the wrong size dial string on here. And we're going to restring it with the correct size or a better size dial string that would be more appropriate. So let me get the chassis out, and we'll get right on to it. And I've run into this problem before, and usually it's because someone changes out the tuning string and it ends up being too thick. But this actually looks okay. So I think what I got to do, before I take this off and try to replace it, which I don't think I'm going to need to do, I think what I need to do is to check the stringing diagram. Most radios will have a dial string diagram on the schematic somewhere in and of itself. So let me check my schematic and see if there's a diagram on that. Okay, I have this up on my laptop here. And it's actually a picture. That's a picture of the radio on the left. Let me see if I can find. My memory serves me correct. Oh, here we go. Right here. Whoop. That's a schematic. We don't want that. There we go. Oh, that's what we want right there. That's the diagram. Okay, so it looks like it comes down. It's got to go 4.5 turns around the shaft, up and around. This is not really hard to do, folks. I've done this many times, and I know that some people are a little bit intimidated by this, but nothing to be afraid of. I mean, unless you've done it a couple times, it's like anything else. It takes practice. It's kind of like learning to playing a musical instrument or something thereabouts. It takes a little practice to get better. So let me see if this matches up what I've got on the radio. Well, I've looked at the diagram, and looks like it's going around the wheel properly. It's indexed and strung around the post properly, and there are 4.5 turns of string on the shaft, the tuning shaft. And the other thing I look for is that it's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can get a close-up on that. Move this around so you can see it better. What you want to have is some tension on the string itself. And I believe this is the original string, only because I see that the loops, the little brass loops, are still on on both sides of this thing. So what I think is happening here is that all the moving parts probably just didn't need to be lubed up. So I kind of got lucky on this one. I thought for sure I was going to have to restring this. So let me do that. Okay, I want to put a small amount of oil just behind this shaft here. And what I like to use is a very, very fine, thin oil, like sewing machine oil, or if you have something like this is 3-in-1 oil. Okay. Remember on the Little Rascals, they were asking Mrs. Crabtree math questions? You know, she said, what's 2-in-1? Shoe polish. What's 3-in-1? Oil. There you go. We're going to put a little bit back behind here. Just a drip. And just work it in here a little bit. You don't want to get it on the string, or else you're going to have the opposite problem. That's going to start slipping. Okay, so just a little amount. And now next, okay, I want to put a small amount of oil just behind this shaft here. And what I like to use is a very, very fine, thin oil, like sewing machine oil, or if you have something like this is 3-in-1 oil. Okay. Remember on the Little Rascals, they were asking Mrs. Crabtree math questions? You know, she said, what's 2-in-1? Shoe polish. What's 3-in-1? Oil. There you go. We're going to put a little bit back behind here. Just a drip. And just work it in here a little bit. You don't want to get it on the string, or else you're going to have the opposite problem. That's going to start slipping. Okay, so just a little amount. And now next, take a couple of spots here on the bread slicer. Can't really see it because it's not a good angle to the picture. But right in here, where the shaft almost meets this bracket right here, there's a set of bearings. So we'll put a drip on that. And then I have this on angle so it actually goes in there a little bit. Let me work it around a little bit. It's still on the stiff side. I have to keep working it. Okay. Now, maybe better if I did this. Let me move it up here so everybody can see. There we go. Now, just a little bit, just a drip there. Drip there. That's actually too much, but it'll still be okay. And just keep working it. And I can feel it starting to get probably about 50% smoother than it was before. And you can't really see it in the picture, but I'm going to have to recalibrate the pointer because the pointer was dragging on the rug on top. I should have put something underneath of this thing. I'll have to index this so it's pointing properly on the radio. It still feels a little stiff over here, though. I wonder what's going on here. Maybe let me re-examine this thing for a second because I'm getting toward the top, and I'm just wondering if sometimes when you got a lot of turns on the string. Oh, it's getting better. All right, never mind. I'm becoming concerned for no reason whatsoever. It's actually getting better. Well, gang, I got lucky. I got everything lubed up, and now the pointer moves very, very nicely now. And I didn't have to do anything drastic to the tuning mechanism or the tuning string or anything like that. It's just a matter of cleaning and lubing everything up. Now it moves real nice. So, well, this radio may have sat for quite a number of years in that broken Plascon case and didn't get the love it should have gotten. So, thanks to my friend John getting me this case and donating it to me and for the cause. So now this Emerson lives in the year 2021. Hey, gang. Thanks for tuning in, and if you like what you see, Please click the like button. Feel free to comment. And stay tuned. There'll be more coming down the way. So take care and stay safe. Bye.
Holland, a good ride, no trouble inbound either, and both directions of the Lincoln Tunnel, that is a good ride there. Parkway's moving well in Jersey, same for the Turnpike, you're moving well there. 78 eastbound of the express lanes by exit 56, construction continues. Northbound Route 21, the crash by Route 46 in Clifton has cleared, but still have some debris blocking 2 lanes on southbound Route 17 by Linwood Avenue.
You wonder, it's going to be an interesting environment because you've got Fed Chief Jay Powell, you've got the incoming Treasury Secretary, a former Fed Chief, Janet Yellen, and I do wonder about that relationship, that understanding, and what that might mean.
If all of a sudden you hear someone say, well, it seems like free speech is under attack right now, what's your response?
Oregon is considering allocating COVID vaccines according to race. Here's Mike Island.
The state's COVID-19 Vaccine Advisory Committee has been called on to ensure that systemically affected populations, including communities of color, get health equity. Black journalism at work.
Because truth matters.
New York's BIN 1600.
Your money on the Black Information Network.